The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
The GOAT NFL draft analyst, Mel Kiper Jr., has his latest mock draft out, and for the first time, it is a 2-round mock draft. What does Mel have the Jets doing? We'll talk about that and more. It's the Jake Asman Show, and it starts right now.
Man, our Jets are primed to win another offseason, baby. We bleed Jets green each and every day. Will the playoff drought finally end? Kings of the offseason, baby. This is what we do. At least we have Garrett Wilson. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinn Williams. Prepare to be underdogs. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go, second show on the day. Welcome in, everybody. Please make sure you click the like button. That helps us grow, and more importantly, see the red button on the right-hand side. That's the subscribe button. You click that, and you can help us continue our quest to 50,000 subscribers. Quick PSA, this show's available in podcast form. You can listen in on Apple or Spotify. So if you want the audio version of the show, you can check it out on the podcast platform of your choice. Just search the Jake Asman Show and leave us a 5-star review. Let's talk about Mel Kiper Jr. Let's talk about Mel's latest mock draft. So, look, there's a bunch of great draft analysts out there, but no one's been around longer than Mel, so it's always entertaining to see what he has the Jets doing. And we'll start from the top here, right? We'll go in order, and then we'll get to 7. So, at 1, no surprise. It feels like it's a clear consensus. Cam Ward's going number 1 to the Tennessee Titans. So, first quarterback is off the board. At 2, Mel has the Cleveland Browns selecting Travis Hunter, wide receiver / corner from Colorado. So Hunter gone, no surprise. 3 is an interesting one because in Mel's most recent mock draft, he had the Giants still taking Shedeur Sanders. Not anymore. Abdul Carter at number 3 to the New York Giants. So to me, at this point, right, you talk about this draft, I would be very surprised if 1, 2, and 3. Maybe we don't know the exact order with 2 and 3, but if we don't hear the names Ward, Hunter, and Carter called. Ward's going 1. The question is, do the Giants get a chance at Carter, or do they take Hunter at 3? What do the Browns do? I don't think they're taking Shedeur Sanders at 2. I thought maybe there was some buzz they would. I don't get that feeling right now. At 4, New England takes Will Campbell. Patriots need a franchise tackle to protect Drake May. Here's the thing, though. What if they don't view Campbell as an offensive tackle? What if they see him as more of a guard? Now, look, Mike Vrabel's on the record saying Will Campbell's a tackle to him. All right? If that's the case, then yes, Campbell at 4 makes sense. If they don't go Campbell there, would they take Armand Membu? And if they take Membu, that obviously could impact what the Jets want to do. How do the Jets feel about Campbell? Some teams are going to say Campbell's a tackle. Some teams are going to say Campbell's more of a guard. I don't know how the Jets feel about Campbell. I don't know if we'll know how they feel about Campbell if he goes off the board at 4, like Mel has it in this mock. Pick 5, Jacksonville selects Mason Graham. This has been a popular mock pick throughout the offseason. He's been basically mocked to the Jaguars, really, I want to say, since even the Combine we were talking about it. So, Graham to the Jacksonville Jaguars at 5. Raiders on the clock at 6. Ashton Genty, the running back from Boise State, goes to Las Vegas. Now, is that too early for a running back? Maybe, maybe not, but that's been a popular consensus pick for a while now. And then at 7, the New York Jets select a player I just mentioned moments ago, Armand Membu, offensive tackle from Missouri. Kiper noting that the Jets need some protection for Fields, and Membu fits the bill. Missouri tackle rose up draft boards following the scouting combine. Tyler Warren's available here, and Kiper writes that he thought about mocking Warren to the Jets, but ultimately he says the Jets should invest in the trenches with a premium pick, so he selects Armand Membu. Now, if they take Membu, I'm not going to sit here and say that's a bad pick. It makes sense. To me, it just adds to the importance of the Jets getting it right with their second and third round picks. Remember, the Jets, we're talking about a franchise here that has 3 picks in the top 73. That has to, at the bare minimum, right, net you 3 starters. I'm sorry. That's the standard. That's how they've operated in free agency. They're going to fill their needs in the draft. You let Tyler Conklin go for nothing. You got rid of Devontae Adams as part of moving on from Rodgers. You don't have weapons on this team. So if you're going to take an offensive tackle, a right tackle, mind you, at 7, well, then you got to come back with, at some point, a weapon or 2 in the second and third round. Or then maybe, they go out there and they select a tight end in round 2, and then maybe it's a receiver in round 3. Either way, I still think, as we talked about yesterday on the show, the Jets need to bring in another veteran receiver after the draft. I don't think they're going to be able to fix the lack of weapons just with the draft. I think they have to keep attacking post NFL draft when the comp pick situation doesn't factor into signings and you can get someone after the draft. I look at it that way. Now, let's get to the next pick here. We'll skip ahead all the way to pick 42. I have not heard anyone mock this guy to the Jets this high. Jets are going tight end, but it's not Mason Taylor who's been a popular mock player to the Jets. Kiper has the New York Jets selecting Miami tight end Elijah Arroyo. Kiper's breakdown as to why, quote, no Tyler Warren for the Jets in round 1, but getting the top offensive tackle in the class in Armand Membu and then landing Arroyo in the second round is a win. Arroyo can stretch the field for Justin Fields. At 6'5", 250 pounds, no one can cover him. New York can line him up all over and then uncork 50-50 balls to him to haul in. Here's how I feel about this pick. I don't love it. And I'm not going to sit here and say that it'd be a bad pick because the talent is there when you watch this guy play. The problem is he's been hurt a lot in college. That to me is a real boomer bust pick. And you know what they say about injuries? A precursor to being injured is, have you been injured in the past? And this guy has been injured a lot in college. I mean, he was a 4-star recruit from the 2021 class out of Frisco, Texas. He's a guy that is certainly taking the long road traveled, right? He played in 12 games with 1 start as a freshman. He was basically a reserve. 2022, he only played in the first 4 games of the season before he suffered a season-ending ACL tear. He comes back in 2023, only playing in the final couple of games while he's recovering from the ACL tear. He's been hurt a lot. So, look, he's obviously physically gifted, right? We told you about the height. We told you about the size. But I'd be a little concerned with a guy that's had injury problems in the past. I just would. I feel like if there's a different tight end there, a la, let's say, Mason Taylor, I'd feel more comfortable with that. And I'll tell you a guy I was watching earlier. I like Terrence Ferguson from Oregon as another guy to maybe watch at the tight end spot for the Jets. We know the Jets did their homework. They sent a bunch of guys to the Oregon Pro Day. So, look, this past year, though, getting back to Mel's pick here, Elijah Arroyo, he second team All ACC, started 13 games, 35 catches, 590 yards, 7 touchdowns. I just, get a little worried when you see a guy that's dealt with a lot of injuries here. So, we shall see. But ultimately, I think a lot of people that do this for a living kind of looking at the Jets and looking at the draft and where the strengths and weaknesses are, and they're saying either tackle or tight end in round 1. Hey, whichever one you don't get, you're probably in great position to take in round 2. And the Jets have a high second-round pick. Pick 42 is no joke. So I get it. The question I have is this. If you're taking Menbu at 7, right? Do the Jets value a receiver more than they do a tight end? How do the Jets feel about their wide receiver room? I think they're not very good outside of one player in that room right now. How do they feel? Right? Like, we all right now look at Malachi Corley as like, I have no idea what he is. Well, they get to be around him right now. Off-season program started. Corley's there. We know he's there. How do they feel about him? How do they feel about that player who, once upon a time, last year, was thought to be a surefire second-round pick, and the Jets were trying to get into the mid-50s to acquire him, and he was taken, first pick of third round by the time the Jets traded up. Yeah, how did Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji scout that player a year ago with their respective teams? I don't know. So, to me, do the Jets feel like they actually have more in their receiver room than we do? And maybe they're like, we're okay. We can wait to the third round to get a receiver. And I asked that question because right now at tight end, you have Jeremy Ruckert, who's a complete unknown at this point. He hasn't done enough to earn just you hand him the starting job, no doubt. If the grades are even at pick 42 between a receiver and a tight end, which player are the Jets taking? That's the question I don't know the answer to. None of us know. Right? If the grades are even, who would the Jets select? A tight end or a receiver? Because there's some solid receivers that probably will be available to the Jets at 42. That's the question. I think they need a receiver, personally. Because I think once you're passing on Warren and you're not going to be in position for Loveland, I think there's a big drop-off in the tight ends. I know it's a deep class. There's only one Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland in this class, in my opinion. And I don't know anything, so viewer discretion is advised. But I think they need a receiver more. So, me, personally, I'm running the draft. If I'm going to take Menbu at 7, which I think they're going to do, I'm trying to find a receiver in the second round I like. If Jack Besh is there, I'll take him. We've taken him in some mocks we've done on the show. If somehow Jaden Higgins is there, I think that's a good spot for him. I think he's a good complement to Garrett Wilson, the kid from Iowa State. He's 6'4". I think they add that size. He's a movable weapon. Guy had 1,200 receiving yards last year, 9 touchdowns. He could play. Side note, Anthony Beck's son was the quarterback at Iowa State throwing him the ball. Go Jets. Luther Burden's another name I like. He's very similar to Garrett Wilson. He's 5'11". Very movable type of player. I don't think there's any way the Jets are going to end up with Matthew Golden, Emeka Egbuka, or Tet McMillan unless they trade back. I don't think the Jets will take Tet at 7. I would have no problem personally if they did it. If they believe he's like Mike Evans, fine. But, I just feel like we're at a point right now where it doesn't feel like, barring a trade back, they're going to take a receiver that early. I feel like we would have heard more buzz about it if that was the case. That's the feeling. It doesn't feel like any team's taking a receiver that early. So, thoughts on Kiper's mock draft? Once again, for those tuning in, pick 1, Armand Menbu. Pick 2, new name to consider, Elijah Arroyo, the tight end from Miami. Played 12 games his first year. Redshirted, played 5 games as a reserve in 2022. Missed the rest of the season with injury. Played 6 games as a reserve in 2023. Dealt with injuries. 2024, he was healthy. But I get a little nervous with a guy that played just 11 games in 22 and 23 due to a knee injury. So we'll see. Ultimately, they got to get it right. No one cares what we think. We just want the Jets to get this one right. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Couple quick announcements here. We're hosting a draft party, if you haven't heard. Fireman Ed and a bunch of great guests will be there. Some of your favorite content creators are expected to be joining us at this event, so stay tuned for more info on that. But Ed is locked in. He'll be leading the Jet Chant with us throughout the night. So if you want to meet Fireman Ed and hang out with a bunch of crazy Asmaniacs and watch this draft all together, lock in your ticket. General admission ticket is just $30. It includes a complimentary drink and an entry into our big raffle that night where we're giving away I think at least 10 prizes and counting so far. A bunch of signed memorabilia, signed helmets, tickets to a Jet game, a 4-pack of Yankee tickets. So we got a lot of good stuff we're looking forward to. Lock in your ticket, though, because when we sell out, we sell out. We're only allowed a certain amount of people. Otherwise, it's a fire hazard. New York City rules, people. If it was up to me, I'd let everyone in, but those are the rules. So RSVP to the draft party if you haven't. All right, the other announcement I have is Super Bowl III Joe Namath helmet is the top prize in the next ASMANIAC raffle. So make sure you gift the membership to enter that. Plus a signed Curtis Martin helmet is our second place prize. And guess what? Our third place prize is a signed Joe Klecko helmet. Our theme this week is retired Jet greats. If your number's been retired by the Jets, you're featured in this ASMANIAC raffle. Namath, Curtis Martin, Klecko, potentially more prizes to come. Good point here by Jets Worldwide. Fireman Ed at the draft party equals no fire hazards. You're probably right about that. If there is a fire, I feel good. I feel good about our chances. All right, let's get to some calls coming up here. First, Lee Van with the ASMANIAC Super Chat. Lee, are you coming to the draft party, my man? I had a nightmare. We traded Brees to the Pats, and they won the Super Bowl. I already lived that nightmare. All right? It happened in like 2014 when Darrelle Revis went there, so I hope not. Hennessy says, what's the drop-off at right tackle in rounds 2 or 3, even 4? I think by 4, there's a significant drop-off. People I trust tell me you can find a pretty good offensive tackle in the 3rd round. Ozzie Trapillo was a 3rd-round graded guy on Dom's board. This guy's played every single position on the offensive line besides center. Anthony Belton from North Carolina State, another guy in the 3rd round you could potentially get. And then the guy that I think a lot of Jet fans seemingly like now is Ariante Ursary from Minnesota. Probably a 2nd-round guy, but the point is there's some decent tackles in this class. It's not like last year where you had like bona fide 1st-round guys, but there's some good tackles in this class. Now, let's remind people, though, if Olu Fashanu was in this draft class, he'd be the 1st tackle off the board. So it's a good tackle class, but I think if you compare it to last year, it's not really close. Like last year, you had how many tackles that went in round 1? Someone look it up for me. It was a lot. I remember there was a big storyline last year. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Let's see what you guys are thinking here. We'll open up the hotline for calls as well. This question here is from, let's see. Where to go? Here it is from Jack Talks Jets. Jake, what are your thoughts on Trey Harris in the 2nd or 3rd if he falls? I like Trey Harris a lot. I don't know if he's going to be there in the 3rd round, though. That's the question with him. He's a guy that I could see moving up on a lot of people's boards. I've seen some people have a 2nd-round grade on him. Dom C, I'm looking at his draft guide that he sent me. He's got a 2nd/3rd-round grade on him. Says he's a possession receiver. I mean, for the Jet fans who want Dart, you couldn't watch Jackson Dart film and not see Trey Harris pop up. So I like it. For those wondering about a matchup for the show, I probably should have said this. Can't assume everyone watched the first show today. Our Final Four is officially set, baby. Congratulations to Mr. Bonesy on joining Gary, Neil, and King Lowski in our Final Four. Champion of the Chicken Soup region, King Lowski. Champion of the Hood region, Neil. Champion of the Butter region, Gary. Champion of the Train region, it's officially Mr. Bonesy. So the Final Four is set. It starts tomorrow morning. 2 matchups, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. National title game will be Thursday afternoon on this show. Your first look at the graphics. The showdown, baby. Lowski versus Neil. Gary versus Bonesy. What a Final Four. Congrats to the 4 of them. They certainly earned it. What a Final Four we have, folks. Now, to get you set for the matchup tomorrow between Neil and Lowski, what I want to do right now is play a moment in time. A moment so great, it's been referenced by people on the actual New York Jets beat. That's right. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably haven't been watching the show that long. But there was a moment last year where we all were, you guessed it, very sick of watching Zach Wilson play. And I took 3 calls in a row on a show last year. One from King Lowski, one from Neil, and then one from V-Man. And that led to Gator putting something together that I'm told several members of the beat thought was absolutely hilarious.
Hey, Robert, thanks for taking my question. With Zach starting again Sunday, does he have any compromising photos of you or someone else in the organization?
No, it's a fair question,
advised.
Jake.
Be careful.
I'm going to take the 5th on that one.
What the hell is this going backwards bullshit? You don't go backwards. You throw the ball out of bounds with your big goddamn arm, and you go back in the fucking huddle.
No, it's a fair question, Neil.
This is bullshit.
Jose Feliciano, the blind Puerto Rican guitarist, can see that he is terrible.
This kid does not want to run with the ball.
Are you kidding me? This is the shit I'm talking about. You bitch's ass. You did his ass on my damn field.
No, it's a fair question, King.
The 3rd damn year we are seeing this in Naptown.
He's not trying to win the goddamn game.
You gotta be kidding me. Send his ass the fuck down.
I could have made 20 yards with that goddamn hole.
If your quarterback cannot play in the NFL, they get rid of him.
Oh, there's one of his 27 seconds. Oh, it's amazing. I don't give a shit.
If you cannot play football, get your ass off the
And
field.
walk around and wipe Rodgers' ass because that's all you're good for.
And you're sitting here defending this bullshit.
If I see Zach Wilson go on that field, me and Lowski are going on personally, and we're going to take his ass off the field.
It is torture, man.
God damn it.
I'm fucking
All right, thanks, guys.
Tomorrow, Neil and King Lowski will battle it out for a spot in our national title game. Hopefully, it doesn't get as contentious as Salah's press conference there. Yikes. All right, on that note, let's open it up to your calls. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Kyle Clifton will start us off today. What's up, Kyle?
What's going on, Jake? How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Doing all right.
Uh-oh. Kyle, you're back.
Yep. You know, Mel loves Elijah Arroyo. Mel cannot pronounce Elijah Arroyo. If you ever watch First Draft, it's hilarious. He has a real tough time with it. He thinks very, very highly of that player. They talk about him all the time on the show.
Is he not nervous about his injury history?
I think he might be. But I don't. Obviously, it hasn't impacted him from having the Jets take him at 42.
That's a high pick for a tight end. It really is.
It sure is. But I mean, if you're open to Warren at 7, I mean, what's really the difference, right? Like I happen to think that Warren and Colston are both top 15 picks. So if you're ever going to do it, this might be the year, especially since we got the left tackle already. You know, I don't want to call it a smokescreen. We talked about this, but guard in the 2nd round. They're there. They're quality. They're going to be chock full of them, and just slot AVT out. I mean, or like you said, wait until the 3rd round and have whoever you pick in the 3rd round come in and compete with a core 4. So that's, I mean,
I agree.
I think
their best 5 is AVT. You know, no one's gonna be able to convince me they're somehow not able to tap into this draft better with AVT at right tackle.
Right. Honey, why don't you go get a fork?
What is Little Miss Clifton eating?
She's got buttered pasta.
Oh, is that a sign of support for Gary in the Final Four tomorrow?
You know, it could be. It could be some tacit signaling. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, if you ever watch First Draft, and I watch it religiously because they have some great discussions there between Greeny and Field and Mel. Arroyo is a guy whose name pops up, and I get the allure, but I didn't think that he was worth the 42 pick, and but it doesn't surprise me if anyone was going to take him there, it would be Mel.
Yep.
So, you know, to me, the ideal situation remains, can you go back a little bit to the early to mid-teens and take either one of Warren or Loveland, get some extra picks, and then build out the roster from there.
I'm with you. We're aligned, Kyle. I'm looking forward to watching this draft with you. You've been locked into this draft for months.
It's my passion. Yeah, when you're a Jet fan and all you do is lose, you have to pay attention to the draft. So
You love it.
I'll talk to you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Kyle Clifton. He'll be at the draft party. It's going to be wild. Let's see here. John says Dom C loves the tight end from Miami. I know he does. But he doesn't have him that high relative to his other tight ends. He has him as his 6th-rated tight end. He still has a pretty good grade on him, though. He has a 3rd-round grade on him. Dom only has 1 2nd-round grade on the tight end. It's Mason Taylor. His 2 1st-round graded tight ends are Warren and Loveland. Warren is his 6th overall player, too. He loves Warren. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Appreciate everyone tuning in here. Reminder, if you want in on the raffle, the way to do it is to gift a channel membership. It feels weird not regularly checking a YouTube poll for the first time in about a month. But tomorrow, we're back to it. Our Final Four underway. Matchup in the morning, the champion of the Chicken Soup region, King Lowski, versus the champion of the Hood region, Neil. Get ready. It's all happening. All right, let's get to more of your calls here. Appreciate everyone tuning in. As always, get your draft ticket. You're going to hear me say it a ton over the next few weeks, so just buy it so I don't have to hound you down. Because many of you have said, I'm coming, but then you don't buy the ticket. So it's like, I got to chase you so we don't sell out. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
I'm Ricky, New York, and I love to smoke. Florida State, I really love Florida State. Jordan Travis, you know he's from Florida State. At any rate, I call into smoking debate. Florida State, I really love Florida State. At any rate, thanks for taking my call, Jake.
Ricky.
And Jake.
How are you, Ricky?
Good, good. So you've been watching some Terrence Ferguson, huh?
My little turd Ferguson, sure.
Good stuff. Now, it should come as no surprise that I am an Aussie fan. You know, I'll tell you what, the kid gave up 2 sacks in the last 2 years. When we're got, you know, a young quarterback that we're hoping to develop and take the next step, a guy that has pass protection like that, it would be just what we need. Just what we need. And I feel like that pick should be like set in stone at 73. That would be my pick. However, dude, I think that, you know, everybody having us take Membu, I first of all, I think it's a smokescreen, and a good one at that, because it seems like everybody's buying into it. But the way that Glenn has preached speed, I'm really conflicted, because all this time I've been like a Tyler Warren guy, but now I've moved off of that, and I'm actually a Matthew Golden guy. It's high to take him at 7, but moving back, then maybe you miss him. The thing with Warren is I think it would be so scheme dependent how he's going to be at the next level, because he's not a traditional tight end, and yes, he can block, but he's not like an elite great blocker. It's his versatility that makes him so interesting. But you know, that's just like, you know, you see a player that's really good in one system, they go to a new team, you know, whether it's like a man corner that goes to his own team and they're just not the same player at all. The way that Glenn has preached speed, I would rather take receiver early and then maybe even double dip at tight end later on. Like, you know, like I said, Terrence Ferguson is like a young Dallas Goedert. And then you got Gunnar Helm, who's kind of like a Dalton Schultz. You know, would you roll into the year with Dalton Schultz and Dallas Goedert as your 2 tight ends? I sure as hell would. So there's good guys that can be gotten later. And at any rate, I'm happy with the way things are going. But I definitely see us taking a receiver early, and you know, I could see Golden in the first round. If not, you know, possibly Bond, maybe way later, like a Ty Felton. But I guarantee you we're going to draft at least one of those guys that will take the top off somewhere in this draft. I'm looking forward to winning more than just the assumed 4 games. I'm looking forward to be vindicated when this season starts out.
How many wins, Ricky? 10-7 playoffs?
So, 7 or 8. 7 or 8. I'm not going to
be vindicated with 7 or 8,
but I could see 7 wins.
That's disappointing. I thought you. Yeah, but great. I've seen 7. I'm good.
I'll say the floor is 7. I'll say the floor is 7. It could be more than that, but we'll see. It's all going to, like you have said, it's all going to depend what we do in the draft. But I'm very comfortable going into this draft. Like Muji, Glenn, they've all got scouting backgrounds. They know how to evaluate talent, and I'm not really worried about it. So now, did I hear that you're putting up a poll tomorrow?
The poll tomorrow is for the Final Four, our first one. Who you got, Neil or King Lowski?
Hey, I'm gonna have to go with the King, man. I got to go with the King on this one. That's an easy choice for me.
How about the afternoon matchup, Ricky? Gary versus Bonesy.
That's a tough one too, but Bonesy is my boy. He's been here forever, and I got to go with Mr. Bones.
I love it. Ricky, excellent call, and I hope you're right that the floor is 7.
I'm Ricky, New York, and I love to smoke. Florida State, I really love Florida State. Jordan Travis, you know he's from Florida State. At any rate, I call into smoking debate. Florida State, I really love Florida State. At any rate, thanks for taking my call, Jake.
What a call from Ricky. At any rate, pissed off grandpa checks in. Hey, Jake, if we trade Brees, I would hate that. Then is there a chance we could pick up Scatterboo? Hit the like, guys. Over 240 people in here. Thank you, pissed off grandpa. Now there's 253 watching live right now. But thousands after the fact. So thanks to everyone who doesn't watch the show live, which is 98% of the audience. True story. Anyway, I don't think they're going to draft a running back. If they trade Brees, that changes things. Even if they, let me say this, I want to get out ahead of this. If they trade Brees Hall, right, I do not want the New York Jets to then replace him with Genty at pick 7. That to me is ass backwards team building. If you're trading Brees, it's because you're doing it because you're getting extra picks and you're going to invest that in the team and you'll take someone on day 2 at running back or day 3. Trading Brees, it would be such a bad move. No, thank you. But no, I mean, I don't want to trade Brees and then replace him with Scatterbo. Or Genty. I don't. I think that doesn't make any sense. You have too many holes. Why? I don't think they're going to do it. At least I hope not. Big Cho Jet is on the line. He loves Florida State too. Hello, Big Cho.
What's up, Jay?
Cho, how are you doing?
I don't only love Florida State. I'm a Florida State alum.
You look very comfy there, Cho.
Yeah, I got my recliner. You like my new Jets with the new logo?
It looks good. I feel like a lot of people don't have that logo yet. It's kind of flying under the radar.
Yeah, it's like a quarter zip.
You look good, Big Cho. I've never seen anyone look that handsome in a quarter zip before.
I appreciate that, man. You always give me good compliments.
What's new with you, Cho? What do you got for us?
One thing, I'm feeling terrible because I want to come to the draft party, but living in North Carolina, I got to pick whether I want to come to the draft party or I want to come to a game. I can't do both.
The good news, Cho, the Jets, in theory, can't lose the draft. Now, down the line, they certainly could, but at least that night, the vibe should be high no matter what for a lot of it, you know? A game, I can only do so much at a pregame tailgate to get you going, and once the game starts, the Jets have proven that they'll lose with anyone in the building. It doesn't really matter. So that's something to consider.
Well, they're not going to lose when I show up.
I hope not.
Definitely not. Now, let me ask you this question. I know it's a long ways away, but I always think ahead. As far as setting up a game for people to come like myself from North Carolina, are you going to be able to help me and other people that live out of state to navigate like what hotel to stay in, how to get the ticket? Is it going to go through you? See what I'm saying?
Yes. I don't have the answer to that as far as the hotel goes. Like when we done a road game event, for example, like I had a deal with Circa for people to stay at a discounted rate. It's going to depend on what we're doing for the away game. But if you're talking about for a home game, we're going to do. Yeah, home game. We'll do a group buy for one of the games again, and like, yeah, I'll orchestrate that and get everyone tickets in the same section like we did for the Texans game. So it depends if you're coming to a road game or if you're just coming to the home game meetup, Big Joe.
Well, I'm gonna come to a home game for sure, and then just whatever game you pick to do your group thing, and then I'm also looking at going to the Jacksonville game because that's about a 6-hour drive for me. And one of my closest friends, he's like my brother, really. His son is a huge Jacksonville Jaguar fan. So they go to a game every year. So I texted him this morning and told him the Jets were coming to town. Don't know when, won't know till May. But if that one of the games that we could pick to go to. So I might be going to that as well.
Hey, two things for you. Jay Quest called dibs on sitting between you and Bobby Midnight. How do you feel about that?
Who wants to sit between me and Bobby Midnight?
Jay Quest.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. And the second thing is, I got some bad news for you, Big Joe. I've heard from people I trust that Jets game against the Jaguars is going to be in London. So you're not going to be able to go in Florida.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
Well, it's not official yet, but that's just what I've heard.
Oh, that would fucking suck. I'm not going to London, Big Jake.
Why not? You don't want to have a little tea and crumpets?
Are you going? Do you travel?
I went to London last year for the Jet game.
Yeah. How was it?
Oh, it was a great time. They were asking about you in London, Big Joe. They're like, where's Big Joe Jet? I go, I don't know. He's not here.
You liar. You're not a very good liar.
You sure?
That's what I hear. I don't know. They weren't asking about me. They're probably asking for Big Jake.
No, they were saying, where's Cho? We want Cho. We want Cho. I'm like, he's stateside. He's coaching.
That is true. Hey, if I get up to a game this season, I want to meet Fireman Ed. Can you make that happen?
I could try. I could tell you where he tailgates before games.
I'd like to go with you so you can introduce me so it's not like some just schmuck coming up to him.
He gets approached by fans every game. You're not a schmuck, Big Joe.
Yeah, I just figured that you hold the clout, so it would be easier to break the ice that way.
Well, I'll tell you what, Big Joe. If you come to the draft party, I could personally make it happen that night for sure.
That's not happening. I think I'm going to go. Like I said, I have to pick between one or the other. So I think I'm going to go with just showing up to a game.
If you hear the chants, we want Cho, we want Cho, will you do a curtain call for people that call you out?
Yeah, no doubt. I got your back. I'm here to do whatever I need to do to support your show.
I love it. Big Cho, excellent call, my friend. The great Big Cho Jet, everyone. Greatness on full display. Speaking of greatness, ladies and gentlemen, let's head to the lair.
Would you silence, or should I do one of these?
Beast?
I'm okay. Just taking my time. I'm a little slow today. I just did a shit pile of work. Towels, dishes, made some pulled pork, did some sweeping, and took care of some phone calls, business phone calls. Pulled pork.
Would you say business is booming?
Hey, what you see is what you get. That's the way the world works. It's like working in the stock market. You know, when you get all that money coming in and that bell goes off at 6, like ding 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 ding. You know, hey, the stock market has to keep going. It's like a money fully. When you get your $5 super chat or 10 or 20, that money it keeps on rolling. You know, it has to. It runs like a wheel. It's just.
I hope so. But the money only comes in if I go live, Beast. The stock market's every day.
Hey, everybody. Hey, you're the only guy that can do it. Hey, you got a heart of steel. You know, and plus, you know, in the years to come, we're all gonna get old, and I'm already 41 and I'm feeling good, but it's just there's gonna be some times where I'm gonna have bumps in the road, and there are gonna be times that are gonna be, you know, it's gonna get hard. But take the good with the bad. But these draft picks I'm seeing.
Hey Beast, I got some news for you here. Wait, can you do everyone a favor though? Can you stand up and take a step back, because I want people to understand the reference I'm about to make. So, inspired by your current outfit, Beast, this emoji was made by Gator, and if we get enough channel memberships, we can add it. What do you think?
What in the hell? OMG! If I was the Rock, I'd be like, you gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding me, right? Really?
You don't like it?
It's okay, but I was thinking more of going with a Rocky look, like with the Rocky Balboa, you know, or one, two. But that's okay. That's okay. You know what? It's good fun. It's good fun.
I think it looks just like you.
I don't. You know what?
And he's got a smile because you're a happy-go-lucky guy.
Well, hey, at times I'm okay. It's just there are days where I'm kind of angry, and then there are days I get in good moods, and then I get in bad moods. It's because I got a big plate to fill, and I have to get rid. It's like when you get a big plate. When you get a big plate, you gotta move all the shit to the side. You know,
right?
Small plate here, small plate here. Okay. Break it down in 3 sections. Okay, do what George Carlin says. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, one big shit. Boom, voila, yada yada yada. You know the rest. We better get one thing straight. This kicker that we get from Miami, I want to see the guy's leg. I want to see what he can do. He better at least hit a 60, 63, or 65-yard field goal. And if he's good, I'll take him.
Hey, Big Fella writes in, some advice, Beast, don't explain the stock market.
But, okay, I'm not going to explain the stock market right now. What we're going to do is we're going to present this new kicker with one of these. Fill in the amount.
What are you putting on your plate later? Pork?
No, pulled pork.
Pulled pork. Got it.
Pulled pork with fresh cut fry. Fresh.
Any gabagool?
No, that's lunch meat. You don't put lunch meat with pulled pork. Bad move. But if you want, here's the thing too. There's been a lot of guys that have been watching from New York and a lot from New Jersey, and a lot of these pizza places I'm looking at, like, man, half these guys are doing some crazy things with their pizzas these days. But besides that, I do want to see a kicker, and I want to see Membu at number 6 and Warren at number 7, and also if we can get some.
Well, how did the Jets get a 6th and 7th overall pick? They only have 7 right now. What's the strategy?
Go get Warren first, then get Membu, then get the kicker, and then get some bigger guys. And Aaron did point out one thing: we need big dudes, not little dudes that are wishy-washy, caca. No, we want guys like, I'll give an example. See this? These are the guns that he wants. He wants guys with beef, with an attitude, something that'll get in your face like, yo, that's the kind of attitude that we need to bring to the table. Because the last few years, what have we brought to the table? Oh, 1 7-letter word. N-G. Nothing. There's your Scrabble. There's a Scrabble game right there. 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to share that the Beast Breaker Edgemo is now officially live for all channel members to enjoy. Beast, you've done it, man.
Hey, everybody has to pay the piper one day. But I'm gonna tell you this: I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there on the 24th, but I'm gonna be there in spirit.
Oh, you'll be there, Beast.
And I will be having on me my marker, one of these, and I will be grading very, very wisely. If I see some lacking, F. So you know what this marker means, right? I'll be doing a lot of grading that night. Lots and lots of grading. Because knowing me, I went to college, Columbia. Hey, I was gonna ask, what college did you go to?
Columbia.
No. You wait a minute.
Elementary.
No. Your college, perfect, no college that you went to, perfect college. Because mine was. Oh, you went. Oh, Mr. Fancy Man went up to the top of the division. So let's see: Harvard, Yale, Columbia, Air Force. Wow, you ranked up. You went up to the top of the class. Very good.
I'm just kidding, Beast. I went to Ithaca College. I didn't go to Harvard.
Oh,
I went to the Harvard. I went to the Harvard of Ithaca, New York, though. I would argue.
Ithaca. Okay, all right. So you went to a very good college, right? What did you study?
Okay, it was solid.
What was your major?
Communications.
Oh, you took the same thing like I did, radio and television. Very
That's
good.
Right. That's right.
Very good. One of these days, you should go on CBS Sports. You, Jim Nance, for an NFL on CBS game. One of these days. I'm serious. Why don't you take a shot at it? I mean, I'd suggest it.
Hey, Beast, if I did play-by-play for an NFL game, would you be my color commentator?
I'll tell you what. I know I've done wrestling for 8 years, and it'd be great. I mean, I'd do something worthwhile. Like I've watched, let's see, Al Michaels. I've watched Dan Dierdorf. I've watched Frank Goffard. Bob
Beast,
Costas,
Jimbo wants me to take you off the screen, but guess what? I'm going to leave you on the screen longer now.
Hey, Jimbo.
Yeah, Jimbo. Yeah, Jimbo.
Hey, put your big boy pants on and go. If you know what, I'm gonna say it like Bobby Midnight would say. You know what? Fly a kite.
Yeah, go play with your kite. Go play with the trains.
Hey, as a matter of fact, I got you two trains, but I'm not gonna touch them yet. I'm gonna keep those solidly clean. As a matter of fact, right now, let's go.
Hey, Shaky Bake wants to know how long you've had. He called in earlier. He's good. He called in on the first show. Yeah.
Oh, I must have forgot. I must have missed him because he was I haven't seen him in a while because I noticed he got that Bob Barker hairdo. He got the Bob Barker look.
I call it the John Gotti look. JD wants to know, can Beast be Venmo to the hall? Well, the bounty rules.
I'm going right now to go take a nap. So
you haven't been bountied yet. Beast. Stay with me, man. No one sent you to the hole. Why are you so afraid of the hole?
Well, I've been on my feet all day. Let's see. I polished, got towels done. I got dishes cleaned up. I already made dinner. I already feel good. But same time, I just want to keep moving the flow, Joe. You know, I want to move the flow because tomorrow, I'm voting for Mr. Bonesy.
What about on the first show of the day? Who do you have between Neil and King Lowski?
Oh, I like King Lowski, but his comedy is great. But I like Mr. Cigar Man. He has my attitude of, you know, he has that little bit of Emilio Estevez in him. Because if you don't remember the Mighty Ducks and Tombstone and all the other movies that Emilio Estevez did, the guy's got a great attitude, and I like his spirit. He's got a temper that lays it down flat, especially when he says, we're all running around like a goddamn bunch of chickens with our heads cut off. We're not playing sound football. We're playing pussy football. This is bullshit. Enough's enough. And I like that from Neil. I love that from Neil. Neil's old, but you know what? I like his spirit. I do like where he's gonna go. And you know what? 20 years from now, he's gonna be one of the greatest all-time Jet fans on this page. No matter how old he is, if he's 81 or 91, he's one tough hombre.
Beast, I got some good news for you. You ready for this? So Jimbo wanted me to take you off the show. And I said, no, Jimbo. But Jimbo has called in because you've made such an impact on him. He now wants to talk to you. What's up, Jimbo? You
What do
got to
you
unmute your
I
mic,
can't
Jimbo.
hear you. Mijo.
Your mic.
Snake, turn off the mic. Turn your mic on. We can't hear you.
Mic is off. There you
What's
go.
up, Jake? How are you? What's up, Bedbreaker 666? How we doing?
Jimbo.
Buddy, if you wear a 2XL, I wear a schmedium, and I wear a 2XL. So you probably wear like a 6XL, bud. You got the same
Jimbo,
material.
time out.
Chico.
Don't beast.
First of all,
Don't call me that, dude.
I don't think so, Sonny boy. Wrong,
buddy.
Wrong. And
Buddy.
I'm gonna say it like Ron Simmons once
Buddy,
said.
your
You
stomach
got my
was hanging
name
out
wrong,
your
and
shirt,
you got
dude.
my mention wrong.
You ain't
You
five,
don't come
bud.
on here and kick me in the balls and tell
You're
me
not
what
five.
I am.
Can't we all get along?
Stop telling me I'm a bedbreaker because I'm not a bedbreaker. I'm
Jake,
a trans man.
to be fair, Beast has dove into that bed how many times and it has never broken once.
No, I understand. His bed's made of the same
Yeah, well,
material
you're
as Homer
making
Simpson's
practical
couch. It's
insults that are
fucking
very, very
pure
unholy.
steel, dude. It's crazy. I don't
It's
know what's
hey,
stronger, like what's holding him up right now, the bed or the floor, or just like the house itself.
You have
I
a
don't know.
problem
It's
with that?
crazy.
Hey, shut your pie hole for a second and listen. Maybe if you learn to clean your ears out a little better and pay attention, learn the goddamn basics instead of sitting there with your finger up your ass, because I'm not gonna wipe your ass.
That's a good point, Jimbo. You make a good point.
Is that where the same place you get that gabagool?
Hey, idiot!
I've been thinking about that. I was wondering if Gator could make a video. Does he get in the gabagool from there?
You got a goddamn hearing
Stick it up the
you
butt.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Let's just take a chill pill, man. Let's all get along, man. Jimbo, Beast, come on. Let's take a chill pill. Spider Jetman wrote in, Kingpin, turned yourself in. Spider Jetman joins us now. Hey, Spider Jet.
How's it going? Taking today off. Kingpin, get yourself turned in. Bring yourself to the local Manhattan Police Department, please. Okay? Please. I'll bring you Old Country Buffet. Just turn yourself in. Go Jets.
Thank you, Spider Jet. From Spider Jet to Australian Jets fan. Hello, Australian Jets fan.
Hey, Jake. How you doing?
What's up, man?
I just had a question. So, you know how we keep saying about how many holes we have in our roster at the moment?
Yes.
How are we going to fit another one in if we draft Dixon?
That's the one type of hole that we're all excited to experience.
I also wanted to hear Beast Breaker's current thoughts on the stock market, on what he thinks about what's happening now. I don't want him to try and explain it. I just want his opinion on the stock market right now.
See, this is what I'm talking about, right? Get Beast off the show. And then someone calls in to ask for Beast advice on the stock market. So what am I supposed to do as a content creator?
Well,
not listen to half the audience or listen to one half and not the other? I mean, Beast, what do you think of the stock market? Give Australia Jet Fed your thoughts.
Right now, the stock market is actually booming. Go take a look at the NASDAQ. Also take a look at SP 911, and also go check it out. Go look at Google.com. Pull up Google. Pull up the stock market.
I thought it was down. I thought it was down.
No. See, that's what fake news likes
because
to
of the
tell
tariffs,
you.
Beast. What about the tariffs?
The tariffs are put in place for a reason because our country is a mess, right? We are 36 trillion in the hole, and I'm not going to bring that up right now because if I want to talk politics, I'll go on C-SPAN or fake news CNN or Fox News. But this is just football, not CNN, not C-SPAN, not PBS, not ABC, NBC, CBS.
Let me ask you this, Beast.
Radio.
Beast, when it comes to the hole, is the country more in the hole, or have you been in the hole more?
The country's in the hole. We can't get out right now because we're massively in debt because thanks to the last dumb administration that didn't know their ass from their elbow, and they couldn't even know a wrist lock from a wrist watch.
Beast, I'm going to stop you right there.
Silver look like.
Beast, you do realize that the government before the last administration put the US in more debt than the current one.
Well, you know who you could thank for that? You could thank dumb Biden because that guy didn't have a brain. So,
would you silence or should I do one of these?
Beast, go to what do you say? C-SPAN. He was gonna go. Australian Jet fan. You're not even a U.S. citizen. Don't get us going on politics here. God. Shout out to Bo C. He's got a super chat for us. Nobody knows what a draft pick is or will become. It is extremely important to draft a player who has excellent skill, who's structured and moldable. Talent, team needs, and attitude. Warren. I'm with you, Bo. If they took Warren, I'd be okay with it. And Bo, I'm glad your Weeb Eubank helmet arrived today. I saw you posted a photo on the Discord. Congrats on winning that. Be like Bo and enter for a chance to win an epic raffle prize. This week, a signed Joe Namath helmet, a signed Curtis Martin helmet, and we added it earlier, a signed Joe Klecko football. I don't think we've given away too many footballs in our 21 previous raffles, so this is cool. Klecko signed football. Top 3 prizes you see on the screen. More of your calls right now. This guy is an expert, I would say, on the stock market, because when he's not laying on his bed, he's wheeling and dealing in the trades.
When he's home, his belly is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, his belly's on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. He calls the show, his belly's on the bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the jets, super chats. Where's a big fella, sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed. Where's a big fella?
Hey, man. Just a little clarification. The market's down.
Thank you.
And and Beast, don't talk about the stock market, please.
He said the market was up. I go, that's not what I don't really follow that stuff. I don't care. But I was like, that's not what I'm hearing.
No, we've gone through a rough 4-day period right now, and we're down a good amount. But if you don't sell, you don't lose. So
I'm glad I'm not retiring yet. I'll be okay.
Yeah, no, you'll be fine. Actually, everybody's gonna be fine.
Buy the dip, baby. That's what they're saying.
Everything goes in cycles. And you just if you believe in the trend, the long-term trend, you'll be fine. So anyway, not much to talk about really. Just wanted to make that statement. Market is down, and we should not be giving advice about that.
Hold on. There's plenty to talk about.
All right,
you got tomorrow, baby? Neil, Lowski, or Gary or Bonesy?
I got Lowski, and I'm voting for Bonesy. So
Do you think Bonesy could take down Gary, or do you think the people that are Gary truthers are going to come out and support him?
I don't know. I mean, Gary has a lot of support, so he'll. I'm sure he'll do fine, but I'm going to be voting for Bonesy. So that's where I'm at.
Snowball wants to know if you could save Social Security.
Nope, I don't think. Well, I've never been a fan of Social Security, so I mean, the government just keeps robbing it, and it's going to run out of money someday, and people my age or even younger probably won't even have any. So I don't think anybody's saving that thing.
What are your thoughts on the new Beast Breaker emoji? Does it look like him?
Is that a Weeble Wobble?
It's Beast.
Yeah, I know, but there used to be toys called Weeble Wobbles, and they don't fall down. And I think that's what that thing is. Yeah.
Are you calling Beast a toy?
Well, he has a lot of toys. Listen,
Beast, is this true? Do you have a lot of toys?
I'm a fan of Beast. He knows that.
How you doing there, big fella? How you doing?
How you doing,
man?
man?
Doing all right. Doing
Good.
okay. Just moving along with the flow. Just reviewing some business. What?
You staying positive, Beast?
Hey, I'm just trying to move the tape measure. It's like when you're doing ruling, or if you're doing like construction, you just gotta go. Okay, we got to position all this up. You're gonna have to get some plaster, some wood, the usual stuff. It's like doing construction, Except I go to Menards. I like Menards, but can you save Social Security? I don't know. Let Trump take care of Social Security. He's taking care of that right now. But you're the big fella. You're the man on the bed, and you're the big fella.
That's me. I'm the man on the bed, bro.
The man on the bed.
He's home, his belly's on the bed. is on my bed. In a dirty hotel room. He calls the show spell is on my bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the jets, super chats. Where's a big fella, sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed. Where's a big fella?
The man on the bed. Big fella's new name. Let's say hi to Jimbo. He was on earlier. He got into it with Beast. I think he's calmed down a little bit. What's up, Jimbo? How are you? Jimbo? And he gone. No Jimbo. Instead, we say hello to Party with Peg and Artie. What's up, Artie?
Hey, Jake. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. All's well. I love that emoji. You know what that reminds me of when he said Rocky Balboa? It reminded me of what Rocky Balboa's hemorrhoid must look like.
Someone said it's Beast Kidney Stone, which I thought was
yeah,
good
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah. I love this matchup tomorrow. I'm definitely going Bonesy. I live in Florida. I live on what we call the Space Coast, because we have Blue Origins here. We have SpaceX here. The Honorable John Glenn and Neil Armstrong. And I can't vote for somebody who don't believe in achievement that people went on the moon. So I'm voting for Bonesy. King Lowski and Neil, two mega callers. Both could be laugh out loud moments, but I think I'm going to vote for King Lowski because of his emotion and how much he puts into it. So that's what I'm doing with that.
I love it. Already great takes. Who's Peg voting for?
I didn't ask her yet. She's inside doing something. I'm pretty sure she's not voting for Gary. I can pretty much tell you that. She didn't like that vacuum cleaner crack that he bought his wife for his birthday. Being that he hates women, I don't think she's going to vote for him.
I think it was Valentine's Day, but yeah.
But I am pretty sure she's going to vote for Neil. She kind of likes the quiet people. So King Lowski, I think his boisterous nature kind of irks her a little bit time to time.
Well, I would say Neil's not exactly quiet either. He might be a little more quiet than Lowski,
yeah,
though.
True. Yeah, a little more quiet than Lowski. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this draft party. Me and Peg decided to go. I was looking at airfare and everything, flying into LaGuardia and Kennedy and all this stuff, and the logistics about traveling to the city and the cost of everything. Then I decided to look into MacArthur, flying to Islip, and it costs like next to nothing to fly into Islip from here in Orlando. So it's going to be good. We're going to have a great time. Yeah, it was like $300 for the airfare and the hotel.
Oh, that's a great deal. Hey, shout out to you guys. Anyone coming from you're flying from Orlando, you said? Hey, anyone from Orlando?
Yeah, we're flying in from Orlando. Yeah,
that's great.
From Orlando, it's like $351 for the hotel. We're going to be staying right by the Ronkonkoma train station, which makes it easy just to get on the train and get into Penn Station.
Yep.
I'm going to try and hook up with some of the Long Island guys that are taking the Long Island Railroad. Maybe we can meet up and travel in there together at some point or whatnot. As we get closer, I'll reach out to some of them. A couple of them already reached out to me, which was very nice. And we're going to have a great time, man. It's going to be epic.
That's awesome. That's great news. Yeah, anyone coming from Orlando, do what Peg and Artie are doing. Stay right by the airport on Long Island. That's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, the hotel's even within walking distance of the train station, so less than half a mile. The airport's only about 4 or 5 miles from there. So, I mean, it's just a quick Uber ride and a walk to the train station. And, I mean, even the venue is right near Penn Station, I believe what I saw.
10 minutes
so
away.
That should be it should be a piece of cake. So we're looking forward to that. I don't think they're going to trade Brees, Jake. I don't think so. It don't make sense, like you said. To take Genty and trade Brees would be silly. They might do something in the middle of the year towards a trade deadline or something like that if he's producing to try and get something. And I also think they might trade down in the second round, not just the first round. If they can't trade down the first round, I wouldn't mind them trading back a little bit in the second round if they can manage to find a partner. Because this draft is deep with like the middle of the draft, And I don't think that's an outside, I think that's a possibility that could be done too to get more draft picks.
Yeah, I agree. Good call, Artie. To me, it really depends what they do first at 7, how we'll feel about what the game plan should be at 42. And we'll have a pretty good idea, too, like how many tackles ended up going in round 1. Could they move up to the beginning of the second round like Douglas did to get Brees? Doesn't necessarily need to be trade back into round 1. But I think most Jet fans agree. It'd be crazy to trade Brees Hall right now. That's good to note, by the way. Yeah, if you're coming from Long Island, I mean, Peg and Artie are going to Orlando to Long Island and then the event, but I mean, Penn Station from where we're located at Clinton Hall is about a 10-minute walk. coming from Grand Central. It's close as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is in action tomorrow on our second show. He goes head-to-head against Mr. Bonesy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Gary time.
Plants are trying to kill me, so I think I'll eat a stick of butter.
This is the level of stupidity I have to deal with. I hate women. Well, I made a really strange choice in who I married if I hate women. It's just the dumbest thing ever. Gary doesn't believe in achievement. What does that sentence even mean? This is like, I'm so glad that I don't have the simp vote or the stupid vote. Like, I can just comfortably without the stupid voting for me. I got my wife a vacuum for Valentine's Day, and that's a problem. Like, what did you get your wife for Valentine's Day?
I don't have a wife.
I'm talking to Gary hates women. I've been happily married for 13 years. My two favorite people on earth are women. I hate women. Like, where does that come? Because I've given my life to providing and protecting for one. Like that. Well, actually, two. Now I have a daughter. It's just the dumbest comment in the world. Gary hates women. No, because I'm not a simp and I have an ounce of masculinity and I have an ounce of testosterone in my body. Therefore, I hate women.
Do you think there's not one simp out there? So if there's a simp out there who was thinking about voting for you, you don't want their vote now?
I'll take their vote. No, you can vote for me. Okay. I've given you other reasons to vote for me too, like Brock Bowers and Caleb Williams' dog water, and Joe Douglas needs to be fired 2 days before he was hired. I've given them lots of. But look, you can't be all things to all
Peter
people.
Castro wants to know, Gary, do you hate women?
No, I love women. I've given my life to providing and protecting for women. Like, it's just a stupid comment, right? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, who's your wife voting for? My wife's voting for whoever I tell her to vote for. Like, and this is not complicated. You know what my wife says to me when we get to the voting booth? Who are we voting for? Like, these guys have zero ounces of testosterone and masculinity in their body. Like, do you even want to be a leader? I don't understand. And then
on a scale of 1 to 10, Eric wants to know how much you hate women.
0. It doesn't even enter the scale. If I hate women, why have I married one and given my life up to providing and protecting for one? If I hate women, it doesn't even make any sense. It's a ridiculous comment. I want my life to live on Easy Street. So
do you think the vacuum situation might hurt you with the women demographic?
No, I think women like having a man that takes care of them, provides for them, and protects for them.
So do you stand by so what you're saying is, do you stand by giving a vacuum as a gift to your wife on Valentine's Day?
Yes, I absolutely stand by that. I mean, we'll do it again next year because she already has one, unless it breaks or something. But yeah, that was a good gift. That was a good gift, and she gets a lot of use out of it too. House is spotless.
Are you obsessed with testosterone? That's what Jets West says you are.
I have testosterone in my body. I'm glad I have testosterone in my body. I'm not low T like 60% of men my age over 40. All right, that's not me. I think it's a good thing. I think masculinity and testosterone.
You don't need Viagra, for example.
I don't need a pill to get my junk to work. No, I don't. I eat a lot of meat and I do push-ups, and that's really all you need.
Wait a second. So wait, hold on, Dr. Gary. So you're saying if you eat a lot of meat and do push-ups, you don't have to worry about erectile
Your dick will work
dysfunction?
at 40? Yeah. If you live a healthy life. This didn't happen to your grandfather. Not to be gross. This didn't happen in his era.
You don't know my
It only
grandfather.
happens now. What?
He's dead. You don't know him. They're both dead.
I promise you it worked for him at 40. Why? Because he didn't eat junk. That's why.
How do you know what he ate?
Because they didn't have the junk they have in food now. This is new.
Oh.
Like, the stuff they're feeding you now, the artificial pseudo foods, I call it, the preservatives, the artificial processed foods, they didn't have that then. This is a fairly new phenomenon, and you're seeing the results of it. If you eat meat and you do push-ups and you're not 70 pounds overweight, yeah.
What do you do if it lasts more than 4
work.
hours? Do you go to a
What was
doctor? What do you do if it lasts over 4 hours? Do you go to a doctor?
I don't take the. I wouldn't go to the doctor. I wouldn't leave my room. You know what I mean? But
Mike D's not just questioning you. He says, "I've been married 25 years, Gary. Your takes are nonsense."
Which take is nonsense, Mike D? Which one? Like that's what I'm saying. They can't ever articulate an argument, right? And then they have to wait till I'm gone to make up things that I didn't say. When did I ever say I don't believe in achievement? Right? But that's this guy, this moron, right? This is what he says. I said I don't believe in achievement. When? Put that in quotes. I never said that. I said, what does that even mean?
Dave Brigger said you don't believe in achievement. I think he's right.
David Brigger said that. I never said that. I asked David Brigger what that meant. He had no answer because it doesn't mean anything. It's like when a politician runs for office, vote for me. I'm for good and against evil. Okay, how about some details on that? Like, what does that mean? No, and no one was able to articulate it. And you see how certain sheep get led astray. You have people repeating it. If you ask them what it means, they have no idea.
Snowball makes a good point. All he sees behind you are just pictures with men. How come you have no pictures of you with women?
Because I only have one woman in my life, and that's my wife. I wouldn't take pictures with random women. I think that's disrespectful to my wife. I think it's
what about your daughter?
Marriage.
How about pictures of your wife and daughter behind you?
Well, that wouldn't. Okay, I mean, why would I put a picture of my wife and daughter behind me? I mean, that's fine, but I'm not going to take pictures with random women and showcase it like the ring card girls. I'm not. That's disrespectful to my wife. It's disrespectful
Artie
to
is
my
called
marriage.
back in
But
here.
But I hate women, right? I said, don't encourage women to be strippers. Don't go to strip clubs. Open the door. Be chivalrous. Provide for them. Protect for them. Lay your life down for them. But I
Send them vacuums.
Send them vacuums. Take care of women.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the ASMANIAC Rumble.
Gary, how dare you call me a moron, you numbnuts? I'm not the one of only opinion of that. You're the one who said you bought a vacuum cleaner.
Should I not?
Right?
Should my wife
Dave Brigger's the one who started that, right?
Should my wife not have a vacuum cleaner? Should we not have a vacuum cleaner in the house?
No, you should have a vacuum cleaner in the house. You should buy the vacuum cleaner. Why don't you vacuum?
It's a practical gift.
So your wife's telling you to vote? Will you tell her to vote for?
I will answer your question after you answer mine. So it was a practical gift. Yes or no?
Not for Valentine's Day. No, it's not a practical gift.
You just said every house should have a vacuum. And then I said, so it's a practical gift. And you said no. So how is something every house should have not a practical gift? If she brought me a hammer, would that be a practical gift or should I be offended?
No, it's not a practical gift. It's something you need.
It's not a practical gift. How is a hammer not a practical gift?
But it's not a gift.
Why is it not a gift?
A gift is something personal.
If she got it for me as a gift, how is that not a gift? Here, I got you this for Father's Day, or I got you this.
Because a hammer is something that you both could use. It's something like a pot and a pan. It's not a gift.
How is it not a gift? You keep saying it's not a gift. It's not a gift. How?
Because it's not a gift.
That's called circular reasoning. This is why I call you a moron. It's not a gift because it's not a gift. In Logic 101, that's called circular reasoning. You're starting with your conclusion. It's not a gift because it's not a gift. Is that a reasonable argument to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is actually.
I already know the level of intelligence that I'm dealing with.
Well, hey, think what you want, Gary. All I know is you're going down tomorrow.
It's not a gift. Good.
You're going down tomorrow.
Are you in the Final Four?
No, I'm not in the Final Four, but maybe I will next year.
It's always the people who can't accomplish what you do who hate the most. I hate women. I've given my life up to providing and protecting for one. How do I hate women?
How do you hate women?
This is what I'm saying.
Let me say this. I don't think you respect women. You're not a respectful person if she has to vote for only who you tell her to vote for.
I've given up my life to providing and protecting for one so that she can stay home and take care of the kids and be in her feminine energy. I don't respect them. I hate women. It's like
no, you don't respect them.
An ounce of masculinity and an ounce of leadership in your body. How about that?
Do I look like I don't? Do I look like? Look, I got a nice house. I got a nice pool.
I have a nice house and I have a nice pool.
Right. So I've earned that.
What does that mean?
Because me and Peg did it together.
Cool.
50-50.
What is your argument?
My argument is that you're disrespectful for women and you're probably not nearly the nicer guy as you appear to be.
I disrespected women how?
Verbally.
How? How so? What did
By in this room saying stupid things like
name one.
Like telling your wife, my wife votes who I tell her to vote for.
She does.
That's like something from back in the 1920s, 30s, 40s.
Okay.
Wife can only do what you tell her to do.
My wife. Because I'm the leader of the household. Yeah, because I have an ounce of masculinity. It all falls on me. I make life as easy and as seamless as possible for her. So I put myself through the rigors. I put myself through hell so she can have a nice, soft, feminine life. But I don't respect women. Like,
No, you
it's
don't.
so dumb. Yeah, okay. I do all
You're
of that
dumb.
because I don't respect women. I can't imagine the mental gymnastics it would take for you to get to that position. Where, like, this person gives up his entire life to provide and take care of the women that are important to him, but he hates women.
Gary, you did what you wanted to do. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do what she wanted to do. You did what you wanted to do.
You have no idea what I did. You have no
I
idea
don't.
what I did. Right? So
No,
why would
but
you
I
run
know.
your mouth like that? Right? You don't know. Right? But
Well, you don't know what
can
I
run
did.
Your mouth anyway.
You can run your mouth.
What did I say? That
How do you know what I did?
What I never said anything that you did. You came after me. You insulted me. I didn't call your name out. I didn't say anything about you until you came after me. All I do is counterpunch. You're gonna run your mouth and say stupid things about me. Yeah, I don't run my mouth at anyone. I speak words of affirmation to people. I don't come in here and start insulting people like you did ever.
Well, you're the only person that ever came in here and insulted. Hope you're proud of that.
How did he do it? He used his words. He used his words to create. Right? So use your words for positive, not like you coming in and insulting random people because your life didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. So you have to try to take it out on other people.
Gary, not other people, just you and your comments. Well, not other people. I'm respectful to everybody else in this room.
You're not, right? Because I would never, ever speak of someone like that. Not unprovoked. Ever. But you do.
Just to you. Have a good day.
Don't let other people control the way you respond.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? ASMANIAC Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show rock. Who will take average?
Vintage Gary. My goodness. Vintage Gary right ahead of the Final Four. This is what you people voted for. All right. That man is in the Final Four. Gary versus Mosey tomorrow. Incredible. Incredible. All right, we still got some legends on the line. I did just gift 5 memberships, though. If you got one, I'll add you in the raffle. I'm not adding myself. No one's gifted yet. We're an hour 17 in. So I took matters into my own hands. And since I get the right to gift, or I get the right to play whatever video I want after I gift a membership, what I have right now for you is the latest diss track aimed at this show, man. Aimed at JJ that Jets Johnny made. This is Jets Johnny's 4th diss track aimed at JJ.
Yo, JJ. 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 JJ's a parody, living in delusion and dream. Married to a cow, cause he got rejected like a school. Proposed with a ring from a cracker jab. Now we slow dances, not you with that lifestyle. Bars basic worse than his internet speed. Hey, up in that brain, and manure when he speak. I'm that guillotine swinging where your neck bone sit. Talk that shit, but we know your words ain't worth a lick. I'm the wall drum dummy, he a tap on the glass. Flatulence and failure, son, I'm first class. JJ's whole style still bread in a bag. I'm filet mignon, he a cold moldy rag. I spark revolution, he bagging 3s. A legend in reverse, his career now deceased. Spitting nuclear burns to your whole pedigree. Feel the heat wave when a point step to me. Ashes of your fame spoken my way. Put the mic down so you can't lift the weight. I didn't even get to pop off on you, boy. You lucky you only got a minute. JJ, I'm still coming for you, man. This ain't over.
Jets Johnny, diss track number 4. Unreal. Great beat. Here are the 5 people who got the memberships I gifted, by the way. If you hear your name, you're in the raffle. Jason Ratcliffe. Nick Shine's missing toe. What an honor to gift that one. Who else got one here? Mac Nova. Alan is a douche. And Rick Kent's stinky fart. Oh, and Andrew Kennedy as well. Congratulations. Couple super chats here real quick. This was sent during the Gary squabble there. Mike D's Nuts says, Gary calls women broads. Chivalry. Lee Van with a boxing question. I will not break that one down because I have no idea. That was for Gary. Thomas says Gary's 100% right. He provides for his family. Well, he definitely does that, but I think Artie was arguing he's not respectful to women, which that's for the chat to decide. I just can't believe we got into an argument over a vacuum on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, we heard from a member of our Final Four. Let's hear from another member of our Final Four. This guy will kick us off in the morning against Neil. King Lowski's on the line. What's up, King?
Take my brother! Take my brother! These days, as many as boy, I tell you, that goddamn Gary boy, he on one. He coming in. I see you, Gary, but I can never vote for nobody who said Derek Jeter is overrated. You don't lost your Dimitri ass mind, son. Done got hit in the head too many damn times. Hell wrong with you. Anyway, let me just say this to the ASMANIACs, baby. Tomorrow is the day. We gotta put a cigar up Neil ass. That's what we gotta do, huh? That's what we gotta do, ASMANIACs. We gotta show up and show out on his ass, huh? We gotta show up and show out. Let's get this damn win, baby. I got to sing that metal lyrics sweating, baby. You'll never find bum 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 a love like mine. Yeah, baby, I gotta get there, baby. I gotta get the metal lyrics sweating, baby. I gotta do a number. You hear me? As many as, baby, let's show up and show out. I'm Neil still on vacation. Tell him to get his ass in here. Tell him I need it. I need the match. I need the energy, baby. I need that old Neil back. That Neil that got mad at that damn child. Where the hell Neil at? He's sitting up in DR talking about he with me. Son, you ain't never partied with the king, son. Let me tell you something. With the king, it's a different experience, baby. You better show up and show up tomorrow, Neil. I want to hear shit about you on vacation. Get your ass in this damn ass maniac chat. Let's go, baby. JTS. JTS. JTS.
These goddamn exploding cigars. I gotta go, Jake. I'll call back later. Shit.
Oh my God, what a matchup tomorrow. What a matchup we have on the show tomorrow. Final Four underway in the morning. Gary, Bonesy in the afternoon. The Final Four will dwindle to 2. Our national title game, Thursday afternoon. Unbelievable. Who's better than Bo C? Are you kidding me? Bo, I want you to know that I sent Gator an idea for your membership video. I think you're going to like it when we get that done. Until then, we shout out Bo C the only way we know how around here. By playing a ridiculous video that sometimes has no context to anything that we're talking about.
Would you silence or should I do one of these?
Like that. Here we go. 10 from Bo. You thank him if you received the membership from Bo C. He got his Weeb Eubank helmet today, and now he's got a chance to win more raffle prizes later this week. Frank West, Gerard Suarez, Putty, Douche Nozzle, Alan Avital, Nicholas Gonzalez, Zachary Alford, Jetwing67, Ty Boogie, Thanks for the Cheese, Iman, Tom Latz, all receiving channel memberships. Congrats to Bo C. Oh, wow. Look at this. Mimosa with a 10 spot. She's feeling good today. Her Florida Gators are national champions. 10 from Mimosa.
Thank you, Mimosa, for your generosity and tremendous support of the Jake Asman Show.
Hey, Mimosa, who are you voting for? Gary or Mr. Bonesy? How do you feel about Gary's love or respect or maybe lack thereof of women? Andrew Yale, Ronald Smith, Andy Berrano, Sir Moist Mighty, Prison Mike, Letty, Alan D-Bag, Jug Artist 14, Eddie Lidnell, Demon Kills, Yosef Sofer, all receiving channel memberships. We went from no memberships to a bunch gifted. Thank you to everyone who supports the channel. Let's check it back in with Jimbo here. Jimbo, you're on the show earlier. A lot has transpired since. Unmute your mic and give us your thoughts on where everything stands.
Nah, everything's fine, Jake. I'm tired of that guy getting on here. I understand, like, the comedic aspect of him, especially with his, his farts, just like Sir Garmani of flatulence, as I like to call him.
You don't
But,
think Beast made some salient points today talking about the Jets making a pick at 6 and 7?
No, not at all. Just like
Okay.
when we said we need to get Andy Reid and all those guys, right? So,
what do you think of his new emoji though? You got to respect this.
oh yeah, no, I've been saying in the chat, he's a mixture of Butterbean, Butterbeam, and Bebop from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because he's already got the mohawk, so it's like perfect.
I think you guys could be friends. I think you're selling yourself short.
Nah, just like me and Alan, like I'll be cordial with Alan. I don't think me and him could ever be or Bang Mateo. Speaking of, had to address that too. Bang Mateo. I'm saying Olu would have been the first tackle in this draft because think about it also, if he was playing left tackle for Penn State this year, he would have been seen in the college football playoff. And they were what, in the semifinal? They lost to Notre Dame, if I'm not mistaken.
Penn State lost to Notre. Yeah, they lost to Notre Dame. That sounds right.
So, and trust me, I said it. I know I haven't called in like 2 months. I called in like January when it was around like the speculation for like Glenn and all the other head coach candidates were being interviewed. But I would have taken Brock Bowers, but I know we needed a left tackle because if we taken Brock Bowers, Adrian Martinez would have been throwing him the ball by like week 13, dude. Aaron Rodgers would have got hurt. Tyrod would have got hurt. We would have been down to whoever he would have been our third string or whoever it was. Like, could you name our third string?
Our third string tight end?
No, quarterback last year.
Oh, last year?
I'm talking about because since we would have taken Brock Bowers, we would have had Tyrone Smith, as Neil likes to call him, right? And then he would have been terrible. He was a turnstile, and all our quarterbacks would have got hurt because they would have got killed from the blind side.
I see what you're saying.
Steer it back though for a little bit of football.
Now, B says he's ready to rumble your ass now, but I don't think we need to rumble. I think we all need to get along. Come on, say something nice about Beast. Say it.
I'm not gonna lie. As a gamer, I felt nostalgia. I'm not even that old. I'm only 26. I felt nostalgia when he brought the gaming case out with all the discs. Yes, was that what? Yesterday, I think. I don't know which show that was. I think it was yesterday. But
they all kind of blend together.
Trust me, Jake. When I'm at work, half the time I'm looking at the screen while I'm doing whatever, and then when I'm like not, I'm just listening. So, but I always like watching the YouTube version because I like watching when Gary goes off with whoever it is, or obviously the numerous rumbles you have. So they're great.
Look, Beast says he's a legend and respect the man, jackass. Can you give Beast some respect? Say you respect the man. That's all he's looking for.
Nah.
Come on. Just say, Beast, I respect you.
Beast, nah.
No, come on. Look, he's ready for you. He wants some respect. Come on.
Come here. You got something to say about Gabagoo? I go to professional stores for my Gabagoo and my salami and my mortadella and also my prosciutto. You have a problem with that, you can take it up and talk to my department about that, little boy.
Is your professional store ShopRite or
I got plenty of good
what's the local grocery store in Chicago?
The best one I go to is number 1, Food for Less. That's the good stuff,
what?
my friend. It's
Food for Less.
Okay.
Food for Less. That's the good stuff. See, I got quality. I got it on my phone. See, I got an Instacart thing on my phone too. See, I can order anytime, anywhere, any place. See, you can take that to the bank, Jack. Take it to the bank.
See, Jimbo?
I'm shivering.
Some good points were made there.
I'm shivering. Ooh.
Well, you have a good day, Jimbo. I'm actually going to the Knicks game later, which is where I could have met you for the first time if you actually stopped me instead of just walking right by me and not saying hello.
All right, Jake, you got me there. You got me.
Are you coming to the draft party, Jimbo?
Yeah, me and my brother are. I don't want to reveal. I don't think some people are gonna be happy about what my brother is gonna be wearing to the draft party.
Oh,
But
if he's wearing a Patriots jersey, don't let him in.
trust me, I will say it's not any division rival, so it's not a Bills, Patriots, or Dolphins. He's not any of those.
Steelers?
No.
Okay.
Don't. But I know. I know because every fan base is like that. I know some people are gonna give him shit, and then obviously some people are gonna be like, "How are you?" You know, like chop it up. So,
It'll
but
be
I'm
okay.
excited.
We're a welcoming community.
But I'm excited to. So let's get it. And Alan, you see, I've called in, so can't wait till we rumble in September when your contract is up. So, Jake, you have a great day. All right.
Jimbo, you're the man. I wish you'd call in more, Jimbo. I think you're a great caller. You'd be in this tournament next year if you called in. Neil has responded to King Lowski. Tomorrow it's Rocky against Apollo. I'm ready. Michelle, we did it. Is what I'm hoping for. Oh, well. Neil versus Lowski is a great battle, man. Love that. We played the clip at the start of the show of Neil and Lowski, part of the famous press conference with Salah a year ago. Mike D's nuts wrote in, Beast having an emoji over others is wild. As long as Beast has an emoji, I won't gift. Mike, Beast has had an emoji since December. Gator just updated the one that was in there and this one, which is funny. So he's had one. But you don't have to gift. No one's forcing you to gift. I appreciate your support regardless. Big Fella writes in, Jake, I showed my matchup with Gorman to my wife. The Bat Fella and the drama makes it the show of the tournament. No competition to that show. Watched it 3 times. I can tell you this, Big Fella. The committee is working hard on our top moments of ASMANIAC Madness. And let's just say that one is in there. So you will see that one replayed back in the near future. Perhaps a ASMANIAC Madness version of One Shining Moment. Cincy Matt in the house. We have Gary who controls his wife's vote and gives cleaning tools for a romantic holiday. And we have Bonesy who's willing to pimp out his wife to a midnight brother. What choices? Gary, would you like to respond to this?
I don't control my wife's vote. I lead the home.
So
and
if she wanted
asks me
to, if she
who
wanted
I
to
should
vote for Bonesy tomorrow, you'd be okay with it?
She can vote for whoever she wants. She wouldn't do that because she's a loyal wife, right? But if I don't control her vote. She says, Gary, who are we voting for? And can you text me? Can you just text me who we're voting for? Because that's easier to remember. But I don't control. I don't stand over her and threaten her, right? When you are an effective leader, women will follow. This is not complicated. This has been going on since the beginning of humanity. Men lead, women follow. If you set a good example, the women will want to follow you. I hope one day that my daughter gets a good husband who can lead that family. This is not crazy talk.
So you have no regrets over the vacuum.
The vacuum was an effective gift that my wife uses multiple times a week.
I see.
Do you think a vacuum is a useful gift?
I'm going to ask another married man if he would potentially get his wife a vacuum. Hey, PBM, would you get your wife a vacuum? Unmute your mic.
Yeah, I have gifted my wife a vacuum.
See, there you go.
But so she wanted, we had like a regular, I don't know, I guess shit vacuum or whatever, and she wanted something nice, so I got the Dyson. It was like $750. So that was the gift. I didn't get her like a crappy one, but I also use it. Like it's not like she's the only one that vacuums. I vacuum too. She
Now, Jay
vacuums
wants to know
more,
why you
but
couldn't have bought her a vacuum any other random day.
I missed this. I actually fell asleep. What happened?
Oh.
I joined when you and what's his name already were fighting. So I don't know what happened. What happened?
Yeah, what happened, Gary?
Well, Peg and Artie, party with Peg and Artie, came after me, so I responded.
No, but why did he go after you? You got your wife a vacuum and you got mad about it?
Yeah, he got mad because I got my wife a vacuum and said that I hate women. It's like I hate women. I've given up my life. I've given my life over to protecting and providing for women. I hate women. I made a really strange choice in who I decided to marry. It's just a really, really weird comment. What happened to Papa Jet? Was he sleeping?
So I disagree. I mean, what's wrong with getting a vacuum? Especially, did she ask for it? My wife specifically asked, "Hey, I want this
She didn't
vacuum." It was a.
specifically ask for one so much as she said that we needed an industrial vacuum, and so I got her the vacuum.
I guess that's the same thing. I mean, she asked for it. It's not like you got it saying like you got to clean the house, and you're
It wasn't like,
insinuating.
can you please get me a this industrial vacuum from Home Depot for Valentine's Day? It was just she said she wanted it, so I got it for her.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Gary,
Yeah.
Gary, I have a question for you. Are you saying women can't be leaders?
Okay. What I'm saying
Women
is
can't
by
be
design-
leaders because they have a
I'm not hating
vacuum?
on
Women
you.
can be leaders. They can lead women. They can lead children. Yes, they can. If they lead men, they will lead that relationship right off the cliff.
Oh, I disagree. I have a
I disagree as well.
good female boss.
You can disagree all you want.
I've got a female boss that's great,
I'm sure you do.
and she's a leader.
You don't
of all
believe
people.
in like a 50-50 buy-in. You don't believe in that.
No, I don't believe in 50-50. I had to do a plumbing thing yesterday. I don't make my wife do it half the time. I don't make my wife pay half the bills. I don't believe in 50-50. I don't make my wife bring in half the groceries. I don't make my wife do that. I do all of it.
Well, Gary, in New York, it's kind of, I mean, it's not 50-50. It's probably 60-40. New York wise,
We were
like
just
Texas,
talking about this.
you got a better life in Texas than we, have here in New York. It's tough though. I think it's almost $15,000 in taxes, just my house.
Yeah, we were going over that. We were looking at a house comparable to mine, but in Long Island, and it was the mortgage payment was about 3 or 4 times what my mortgage payment is.
So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Look,
So we have
I
to
get
contribute
it.
together. You know what I mean?
I get it, and if that's what you have to do, then that's what you have to do. But by design, you were still made to lead. That's unavoidable.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Yeah. Beach break is gonna have.
Jake, I had a question about the draft party. If you're still around.
Yeah, I guess I'm still here. What's going on?
Is the draft party only going to be Asmaniacs there, or is it going to be other people?
I've said this a couple of times. It's basically only us. There was a pre-agreed upon small group that will be there before we arrive, but won't be there the whole night. It's basically going to be us.
Wow, that's cool. Is that the first time that it's going to be? You have an event where it's whatever. That's
but
cool.
to be fair, if you went to any of the T squared ones, I mean, it was basically just all our people anyway.
I didn't go because the Jets suck. That's why.
Yeah. Well, the first couple, we had hundreds of people there. It was insane. The first one, we had over 400 people. That was the craziest night ever as far as the turnout. Most amount of people I've ever gotten to come to any event.
Did this plan on you backfire, bring in another masculine man who knows how to defend himself, who basically agreed with me? Did this
what do you mean? I'm bringing on all voices of the show. I brought on Papa Jet, but he fell asleep because you were boring him to tears. Hey, Papa Jet.
I wonder what happened to Papa Jet.
That was
by accident. What up, Papa Jet?
I wasn't sleeping. I was thinking.
It looked like you were sleeping too. All right, cool. It looked like.
Yeah, I tell you what, Papa Jet's got a ill beard. Look at that beard. That thing is awesome, dude.
Best beard of anyone who calls the show. Let's think who else has a beard.
I think, yeah, for sure, hands down. How long did you take to grow that?
Oh, it's been over 20 years. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I lose track.
Yeah, that's a good beard right there.
Jake, maybe I could start my own like 5%er beard club. Maybe if get Mike D's Nuts in there. I think he had one. Jets Jesus and
G's Nuts has a great beard. Yep, Jets Jesus is Jesus, so he definitely has a great beard.
Jets Johnny has one too.
If maybe our next bracket is best beards of regular callers.
The beard bracket. I'd be in there. I got a little beard.
Yeah.
The bearded bracket.
You can start growing now, Purple. Start growing it now, and you'll be good for next year.
Yeah, my job won't allow it.
Oh.
I work from home, so I'm lucky.
Charles Gorman would not have been saved if you had a beard. It would have made a huge difference.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
Barbarossa. We forgot about Barbarossa's beard.
Oh yeah, he's got.
Barbarossa's got an ill beard. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got one.
Yeah,
I think
Barbarossa's
we used to have one, but I think he shaved.
Yeah.
We doesn't have much of a beard, kind of like mine, like stubble.
Australian
He
Jet
used to-
fan
he
says
used to have a
Gary
beard.
thinking women can't lead effectively is just wrong.
But he couldn't see this. He couldn't respond to me, right? He had to go off, and then you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I didn't say women can't lead. I said they can't lead men.
Yeah, I disagree with that because my boss is a female. She's very good.
Mr. Flowers agrees with you. Jeez.
Men lead, women follow. Like, this is not.
Mimosa says, Gary and I are cool. We agree to disagree on certain topics, but Bonesy checks every box for me. He doesn't ruffle feathers, and I like all his contributions to the show.
I like his contributions to the show too. You didn't hear me bad mouthing Bonesy, right? I didn't say one negative word about Bonesy. Bonesy's a great dude.
Barbarossa, I just got in. Someone talk about my beard. Yes, we said you have one of the great beards.
Oh, but can I just clarify? So the entire beef that Mimosa had with me is that I called Adrian a trash tier wife. She's a huge Rocky fan. She knows more Rocky than I do, like for real. And that was the beef. And I said Adrian was a trash tier wife, and she took offense to that. She didn't actually have a problem with my other takes. It was that I called Adrian a trash tier wife. It's true. You can ask her.
Well, gentlemen, this was very good. This is very good. I think we covered a lot of ground here.
Dinner time for me, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gary, PBM, and Papa Jack.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? ASMANIAC Madness. You get to pick the one to make the show rock. Who's the king? Average.
There was a guy on hold named Dana who I was about to go to, and he just dropped off. He might have been a first-time caller. So, Dana, if that's you and you want to get on, feel free. Also, Lane Train is in the chat. Lane, we love you, man. Glad your mom is doing okay. Lane writes in, my mom came home from the hospital, so everyone wish Lane's mom the best. Lane wants to know, does Mimosa have bikinis? So Lane still has his fastball. Love it. Hawk writes in, Sarah, what do you want for dinner tonight? Yes, Sarah, what are you eating for dinner? Ladies and gentlemen, the great Jay Quest is on the line. Hey, Jay Quest.
What's up, Jake? How you doing?
I'm good, Jay Quest. How are you?
Good, bro. Listen, you could buy your wife a vacuum as long as she asks for it. If she wants a ring and you buy a vacuum, you're fucked up. But if she wants the vacuum, give her the vacuum. I buy my wife pots and pans.
For Valentine's Day?
What's up?
Well, I don't think it's about buying your wife pots and pans or a vacuum. It's the debate was, is that a good Valentine's Day gift?
I lost you there. Sorry.
Is that
Can
a
you hear
good Yeah, I hear you. Is that a good Valentine's Day gift? Was the debate. Not that can you buy your wife these items, is should you do it for a gift on Valentine's Day?
Dude, Valentine's Day is overrated, and my wife feels the same way. Like, honestly, you get to love your wife once a year. I don't buy that. I love my wife every day. So I keep cutting out for some reason, though. Can you hear me?
The chat is calling you a simp, Jay Quest. Would you like to respond?
I'm not a fucking simp. Fuck off. Real quick, I'm the only one that can say I had Gary and Bonesy in my back seat. No Asmaniac can say that, baby. I'm the only one.
And he's gone. Jay Quest connection wasn't great, but it's true. Anyway, let's see what I have in store for all of you. Guess what? I got something good. Show's about to end, so get the membership you want in on the raffle or super chat. But before we go, let's say hello and get the thoughts of the one, the only, the great.
You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. I'm not saying that Lowski takes steroids. I need some of it. Hey, Charles! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, Charles!
Hey, Jake, how are you?
Charles, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. I just had a pretty solid day today. How you doing, Jake?
I'm good, Charles. What'd you do today?
Well, I had a doctor's appointment, which everything's well for the most part.
Did you have to pee in a cup?
No, it was about blood work.
Lane writes in, "Hi, Charles."
Hey, Lane, how are you? Congrats. Did Lane win this matchup?
No, he lost. Don't bring it up. Don't rub it in on.
What?
Don't rub it in his face,
I'm not gonna rub it in his face. Who did he face? I forgot.
Mr. Bonesy.
Oh, good. Well, congrats to Mr. Bonesy. But hey, Lane Train, I feel you, man. I lost my matchup too, but we'll try again next year.
Who you have in the matchups tomorrow, Charles? We got two great matchups. Final Four time. Bonesy or Gary? Who you got?
I got Bonesy.
Neil versus Lowski. Who you got?
Neil.
How
Neil
come?
all day.
What's the reasoning behind your two choices?
Well, I like Bonesy. He's Big fella said, I was watching our matchup again. You literally called me Batman. Well, because you were freaking Batman. You were freaking huge.
Yeah.
I wanted to call you Bat fella, but that wouldn't have sounded right.
That makes sense, though.
I know. But he did look like a damn good Batman, though. I could definitely see him cosplay as Batman someday.
What's your take on Vacuum Gate? Is a vacuum an appropriate Valentine's Day gift for your wife?
That wouldn't be too much of an issue. I will confess I'm not crazy about Valentine's Day myself. Look, I don't think it's the stupidest holiday in the world. Trying to think.
What's your ideal holiday, Charles?
My favorite holiday of all time is Christmas. Close second is Thanksgiving. Then right after that is Easter.
Where does July 4th fall on your holiday? You don't like America?
I do love America. It's just that.
Doesn't sound like it.
Well, okay. Christmas #1.
You didn't rank. You didn't rank the ultimate patriotic holiday in your top 3.
Now that you thought about it, I'm going to tie it. July 4th and Easter at #3. I never went to Comic-Con. I heard you got to sign freaking paperwork for it.
Hold on. Stay focused on me, not the chat asking you about Comic-Con.
I would say Christmas #1, Thanksgiving #2. Tied for 3rd place is July 4th and Easter.
Now, let me ask you this. Where does ASMANIAC Madness Final Four Day rank on the scale of holidays?
Probably in the top 10.
Okay. Well, a member of that ASMANIAC Madness Final Four is on the line. King Lowski joins us now. Hello, King.
Now, Charles Gorman, let me tell you something, Charles Gorman.
Talking to me very loudly.
I don't want to hear it, Charles. Now, you done voted against me every time. You done voted against me every damn matchup, Charles Gorman. And that's all right, Charles Gorman, because I got something for your ass, Charles Gorman. You better have your mama's tuna ready, Charles. I ain't playing with you, Charles. I need your mama's chicken soup. I need it now, Charles. You done voted against me every damn matchup, Charles Gorman. And that's all right. That's all right, Charles. I still need your mama's tuna. I need it. I need it now. Where is it?
Well, how do you want me to send it to you?
Well, doggone it, Jones. I need an address. I need to pull up, Charles. All right? You done stressed out Dennis Gorman. You done stressed out the ass maniacs. Charles Gorman, we need to have a kumbaya. That's what we need to have, Charles Gorman. And it need to be over your mama's chicken soup and your mama's tuna fish. It need to be over, Charles. We need to have a kumbaya over your mama's tuna and your mama's chicken soup. I need it, Charles.
I mean, he's not wrong, Charles. He does need it.
Well, let's see what I can do. If he wins, he can come over to my new place and all the way from friggin' Atlanta, Georgia.
Now you're not voting for Lowski, and you're not voting for Gary. Is that correct?
Yes.
Gary joins us now. Gary, your thoughts on Charles not voting for you?
You can. It's a free country.
Gary,
You can,
I'm sorry, Jake.
can
It's a
vote-
free country.
and Jake asked me a question.
Don't
right?
lecture me on it not being a free country, buddy. You're the one who didn't have July 4th in their top 3.
Yeah,
Well,
that's kind of soft, Charles. Like it's clearly number one. Like it's clearly
That's
number
on
one.
your list.
Yeah, no, and we understand.
I love
It's
this
not on
country.
yours. Charles the communist. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a freaking communist.
Good. That was a test.
You better give me the Pledge of Allegiance right now. Let's go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I was taught that shit when I was in kid. Yeah, that's another thing that pissed me off. We don't teach these kids our Pledge of Allegiance, the national anthem anymore in school. That's so disrespectful.
Yeah, the national anthem is a good song.
You want to sing
The
it, Gary?
national anthem. The national. No, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to do it any injustice because I'll probably get it wrong. I don't want to mess it up. Can you sing it, Jake?
I could, but I don't want to sing it right now.
Yeah, I don't want to. I feel like
I'm going to be singing it in about an hour at Madison Square Garden. I'm going to only do it once today.
Are you going to sing it, or are you just going to stand?
No, I'm singing it. The Knicks are having me sing it before the game tonight.
I'm dubious of that claim. I don't think that.
Hopefully they beat the Celtics
I don't
tonight.
think that they are.
Pat McAfee's Tank Top writes into you, Charles. We teach kids to not give money to strangers, though. Would you like to respond to him?
You should teach that to everybody, not just kids.
It's true.
We should. Lesson learned, Charles? Lesson learned?
Yes, I'm afraid it's going to be harassed about this shit for the rest of my life now.
You got to lean into it, Charles. You learn your lesson, you know? You'll be at the draft party. You should dress up as a catfish at the draft party. That'd be funny.
That'd be good.
I will not dress up as a damn catfish.
But will you dress up as Shazam?
Captain Marvel, the original, Billy Batson? I might.
You should. Peter Castro says, Jake, I'm having woman problems. Send me a couple thousand. Zell me. Should I zell him, Charles?
Yeah, a couple thousand.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what, Peter? I don't know if I believe you. I'm going to learn from Charles and not do this.
Charles, what is it? I had a coach once, something that's always stuck with me was you're going to make a lot of mistakes, but in the dictionary of mistakes, don't get stuck on A, right? Once you make that mistake, go on to your next mistake and your next mistake and your next mistake. Don't keep repeating A. You're going to go through all of them, but don't get stuck on the first one, right? Don't keep repeating the same mistake.
Amen.
Thank you, Sarah.
No, I'm trying. I'm giving you. I'm not busting you. I'm letting.
No, I think she was telling ignore the assholes in the chat. That's what she was saying.
Roseanne would like you to sing to her. Speaking of lovely ladies.
I can't sing for shit because I'm not with my brother.
That was pretty good. Give it another shot.
La 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 la. Oh God, no. I was singing that fucking irritating song of Elmo's World. God, I hate Elmo.
How about something easy? Something that you know.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing them to me?
Peter Castro just got hit by a truck and wants me to zell him. Should I do it, Charles?
I have no idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Shine joins us now. Yes, Nick?
He didn't even get the pledge right.
It was like 90% accurate, 95.
He said, to the republic for which we stand. It's
Right.
for which it stands.
Correct.
Charles, if you're going to say you know something, get it correct, bro.
Sorry.
And where the hell was this singing when you were still in the tournament? Now you're busting out lyrics?
That's a good point.
You'd
I'm not a
still
good
be
singer,
alive if you were singing to the ladies when you were in the tournament still, man.
I'm not a good singer, though.
You're not a good Pledge of Allegiance guy either, but here you are trying.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
God bless America. Well done. Jake, if you didn't have the headset on, I would have yelled at you to take your hat off, but you're a working man. I respect it.
Don't worry. I'll be better prepared next time. I'll use these so I have the earbud headset so I can appropriately take my headwear off.
All right. You're allowed one mistake, Jake. One. That's your one.
Thank you.
Also, I referenced this when I was at Charles's house to appease Lowski and his demands. Part of my arrangement, since you failed on the $500 security bill that I presented to you, Jake, I will get a copy of the chicken noodle soup. That is part of my agreement in transporting Charles to and from that day. So on top of the draft pick that we're going to be celebrating, I may have in hand the chicken noodle soup recipe.
It's just chicken soup, not chicken noodle soup, but I get what you're saying.
Okay, Captain Literal Man. You should dress up for that for the draft party.
Dude, if you pull out the chicken noodle soup, the chicken soup recipe from your utility belt and present it to us, that would just be. We won't even care about the draft. We'll turn the draft off.
King Lowski says, I need it, Nick Shine. And King Lowski.
I'm on it. Lowski, I don't want you ever yelling at me, bro. I'm on this just to make you happy. Trust me, bro. I got your back.
He always speaks so damn loud, though. He never talks in a regular voice.
What do you mean?
I'm in the car. I feel like I should yell like Lowski because I'm in the car right now.
He's passionate, all right?
I know he's passionate, but he always speaks so damn loud. He could wake the dead with his voice.
Well, he wants your damn chicken soup recipe.
I'll give it to him once I get it from my mom.
You know what? We should have got in touch with Isabella. Had Isabella ask for the recipe. He would have forked it right over. Oh, too soon? I'm sorry. Too soon? I'm sorry.
I don't think people realize that, like the level of crowd pop that Gorman's going to get. Like I witnessed it firsthand when he showed up to our event over the summer at Don Jose's. I mean, this is going to be plus 200. It's going to be nuts.
Well, we're going to be there early. He's coming up with me. We're going to help you get there and set up. So he'll be there.
But I'm going to hide him in the corner. And then when people show up, I'm going to beg, ladies and gentlemen, Charles Gorman.
Well, Charles, what if you bring the costume with you and then you go put it on when the crowd fills up and then we get your credit?
That's, I think, an even better idea.
All right. I did want to see you on the train with it. So maybe we just keep it on the train on the way home and you go around and help people.
Barbarossa says he might poop his pants in excitement when he sees you. Your thoughts, Charles?
If he shits his pants, better bring some change. Some change, like change of new ones.
I see.
Nice. All right. I got to get back to work. God bless America. God bless you guys. Take care, guys.
Nick Shine, everybody. Charles, any final thoughts here?
Yeah, I just can't wait for the draft. I really can't wait for the draft. Hopefully we do a good one. Hopefully Darren Mucci and Aaron Glenn are the right fit for this organization.
What if they're not the right fit?
Well, then you'll hear it from me.
You'll hold them accountable?
I think we all should. I think we're all tired of the bullshit. Excuse my language. I think we're all tired of the... It's not just winning. It's not the wins versus the losses that upset us. I think it's the incompetence.
Right.
That upsets us the most. And, people forgot that when Bill Parcells took over the Jets from 97 to 99, we weren't just winning. We showed signs of competence. Even though we didn't win a championship, we showed signs of competence. Bill Parcells will tell you he don't tolerate stupid shit. And we need that type of guy. Call me old school. I know people say old school is not cool enough. Well, I say old school is cool. And hopefully Aaron Glenn has learned from Parcells very well, which I believe he has, along with learning from Dan Campbell, who's a very good coach, and Sean Payton, who may be a horse's ass, but he's a great coach too. So hopefully,
Is your middle name, excuse my language?
No, because the reason why I say that because I know you don't like cursing on your show.
Well, let me ask you a question. By you saying, excuse my language, but you're still proceeding to curse at will, you're not really holding yourself accountable for your language.
I know, but
it's like saying no offense. Well, you're still offensive. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, good luck at the Knicks game tonight. Hopefully they beat the Celtics. They haven't beaten the Celtics yet all year.
You're saying good luck to me as if I am on the team.
Well, I want you to have fun at the game tonight. You're a Knicks fan.
So are you saying I am only able to have fun if they win?
I want you to have fun regardless.
Well, you'd be right, but yes, thank you. Because
Hopefully
it's all about winning in life, Charles. There's either winners or losers. That's it, right?
Yes.
If you ain't first, you're last, right?
That's what Vince Lombardi used to say.
I think that was Ricky Bobby, but yes.
Hopefully we get either an offensive lineman or a weapon in the first round.
Hi, I'm Charles, and I'm going to talk about Spider-Man and movies and sports and video games and maybe hot chicks.
The best. He's the best. I can't wait to see Charles. Still tries to squeeze in a jet take at the end there. Hey, shout out to Devin. He gifted not one, but 2 channel memberships. The opponent tomorrow for Gary. Mr. Bonesy checks in. Gary loves women. We all love him. Can't live without him. But his takes question his respect for women and seem more appropriate for locker room talk. Bonesy playing that card in the matchup tomorrow. All right. I was literally about to end the show because I have to get to the Garden. Neil, I'm putting you on. I don't know where you were the last 2 hours. I don't have time for 13 points, but you're on the clock against Lowski tomorrow. So here you go. Make your final pitch to the people.
Well, I want to say that Lowski is a great champion, and I think he's going to do great. And I don't think I have much of a chance against Lowski, but, you know, if I do happen to have a good chance, I'm going to be putting my hands up like Rocky, baby. Rocky is going to prevail against Apollo Creed tomorrow morning, baby. That's all I got to say. Let's get ready to rumble.
I think that guy. I know, right? Oh, baby. Neil versus Lowski. Yeah. Tomorrow morning for a spot in the national title game.
Jake, I've made all 13 of my points. Before you cut me off again, I'm going to throw myself out this goddamn window.
Can't wait. Can't wait. That's going to be great. Also, before we get out of here, Gary actually was nice enough to send this in. So there's been a lot of talk on this show about vacuuming and, you know, Gary obviously gifted his wife a vacuum. Here is what I'm being told is video of Gary's wife using the vacuum that Gary got her for Valentine's Day.
Gary, thank you for the vacuum cleaner. Gary, I love it. Do you think we could go out for Valentine's Day after I'm done vacuuming? Babe, I'm on the Hobby Midnight show. Come on. There's stuff in the fridge. You can just make me something. Make me make me some meat and then we're good. Okay. Who should I vote for tomorrow in the election? Come on, babe. The list is on the table. Just hurry up. I can't hear Bobby.
That's creepy because it looks like I'm in Big Fella's bed.
Who's gonna be the best out of the bunch? ASMANIAC Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show rock. I'm the king, I'm the Jew.
I gotta go. Amazing show. Thank you to everyone who makes this a job somehow. You guys are the best. We got Lowski. We got Neil. Look at these two. I'm putting them both on the screen to wrap it up here. They're coming up tomorrow. It's all
Hey, baby, let's go!
Yeah. Let's go. The
Show me some love.
You better show us tomorrow.
You show me some love.
It's happening tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. Go, Jay.
Yeah.